I think it's great that we have a JSW circuit happening throughout the country, and it really helps the local players get into the pro tournaments, which they otherwise may not be able to afford or be able to take part in.
Squash, especially I know in my country, in France, it's not a well-known sport, and we really need some more money, some more sponsorship. So it's good to see tournaments like this promoting squash, and when there are like many tournaments in a row in a country, it helps promoting it, and I think that's the way it should be in all the countries. So the Indian Squash Circuit is really good for this.
The exposure from these tournaments is immense, to have people of, the top 10 players, top 30 players in the world, to have a huge segment of international players in India playing is amazing, because normally Indian players won't get a chance to see this level of squash.
Getting this opportunity to work with the team at PSA and WSA and helping our Indian kids, boys and girls, getting an opportunity to play international tournaments in their backyard is something that we felt was very important. We felt that it would give them the opportunity to gain important points, ranking points that would help them grow up the ladder and do better at international tournaments. And at the end of the day, you can train as much as you want and as much as you feel you need to, but if you don't get competition and you don't get high-level competition, you're never going to get the opportunity to evaluate yourself and the opportunity to improve. And that's something that we felt we could do through this circuit.
See, for example, for me, last year when JSW circuit started, my ranking was 200 something, and at the end of the circuit, my ranking was 160. And I jumped like around 50 spots because I played 4 tournaments and I reached in quarters and pre-quarters, so it was really good.
This is a major boost for all the young Indian players who are playing till now, and even for us professionals, because we play with with no pressure at all. All we have to think is just do well and get the maximum ranking points.
Last year was our first year. We did 4 tournaments in 4 cities, and this year we've even taken the prize money up to $120,000 for the whole circuit. We have top talent playing against our Indian gold medal winners in the Asian Games and Commonwealth Games. So squash is in a good place. We just want to keep the momentum going, get more events happening, get the glass court events happening. The impact all this will have is unmeasurable for the juniors.
It's getting bigger and bigger, and it's getting stronger, the tour here in India. Like the first time I came here, like the locals, they weren't that good, but now this year I came back and it's like, wow, the locals are playing good squash again. And
I wish we had this when I was starting out. I remember when I started PSA, I had to wait for like 4 months to get into a tournament. Like I entered like 20 tournaments and I couldn't even make qualifying because my ranking was so low. So I mean, it's brilliant for juniors who are trying to make the grade on the PSA circuit, to get local spots to be able to play in the qualifying. For really the junior players to actually see these players play, you have the world number 13. Top 20 players playing these events. It's the biggest education that they will ever get in terms of squash. No matter how many matches you play or how many coaches you train under, it's never going to substitute what you see right in front of you in terms of the high level that they're seeing right now. And of course, for us to be able to play these tournaments on home soil, it's convenient, getting good ranking points, it's brilliant, and obviously having people cheering for us all the time is the best thing that we can ask for. And it's grown bigger since last year. I hope it grows even bigger next year, and we can keep doing well and take this sport forward in this country, because we deserve to be at the very top.
We feel Indian squash is headed firmly north. And in the next 3, 4, 5 years, this could be really huge. India has significant talent. India has a significantly large number of squash playing facilities. And I think there's a lot of energy here, and there's no reason why India cannot make purposeful strides towards becoming another powerhouse in squash.
I think this Indian circuit is great, not only for the spectators and for the professional players, also for the Indian players, the amateurs, also the juniors, because they can see that they can do the same as us. They just need to have like a little bit of help, and if you bring then the squash professionals here, they can see how we train, how we play, and they will be much more motivated.
The tournament is really, really well organized. It was a good experience to come here. Ridvik is doing a good job with the organization. We have like really good courts here as well, like 4 courts. We can practice in really well with all like time for playing for all the players here. And the crowd is being like enjoyable, like they're really enjoying squash here.
My vision for squash in India, the Indian Squash Circuit, the PSA World Tour, and our Indian athletes who are complete ambassadors to our sport, is to have many more events. We could have 20 events in 20 cities and have the international players in India for 6 months, where they would be able to train with other players, they would be able to train other clubs, they would be able to help juniors grow the game, as well as, do exhibitions. That's what happens, have leagues and things like that. So squash is growing in that direction. We are growing in that direction. Our vision is to have more bigger events and take the sort of elitist tag off it and let every person in the country have a chance to play a fantastic sport.
My experience in India, it was fantastic.
People here, they love squash.
I really enjoy coming here, and people are really nice to us and they try to help us. And it has been always great to come here.